Hello, everybody. It's Jen,
Mary.
Courtney.
We just wanted to get together here today to welcome you all to the Collective Creators. We are in, where are we? Albany, New York. We're together just getting the last little things prepped and ready to go for our launch for the Collective Creators.
Yes.
September 1st, so exciting. So we wanted to just pop on, answer any questions you might have. We wanted to share a little bit more information as well about the Collective Creators. You may have seen the promo video that we did, but we were only able to cover a few things in that little promo video, and we kind of want to dive a little bit deeper into why we wanted to start the Collective Creators, what else you can expect as a member of the community, and yeah, just see if anybody had any questions and chat a little bit with you while we're all together. So
Yes, I see people popping in. So that's great. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think one of the biggest things, when we were piecing together the promo video, which was a lot of fun, and there's some bloopers for that.
some good bloopers.
Some good bloopers, yes. We were piecing together the video. One thing that kind of rang true was it was just impossible to fit every aspect and attribute of the Collective Creators into one promo video, one 6-minute video. So this is an opportunity to kind of dissect a little bit more about some of those pieces that were really important to us. And one of the topics we're going to talk about now is the why. Why did we want to do this? Why this platform and why now? And so really it comes down to, we have been in the social media realm for a few years now. And we started to understand the symbiotic relationship that is the crafting company and the creator. And so we kind of were brainstorming a bit, just watching how the climate of the community is going. And we're noticing that there's so much talent out there that is potentially getting lost in the realm of social media. It's just so many people that are extremely gifted and people that just want to share and just want to put their stuff out there, and it's really an encouraging environment. So we wanted to really create a platform for people to do that, to not only share what they are doing and what they're making, but to have an opportunity to potentially build themselves up into their own business, or get themselves out there more if they want to, anywhere from being on a design team to maybe starting their own type business. And so we wanted to create that platform. That's one aspect of it, along with, as we've talked in great detail about, is the community. So that really tight-knit, the opportunity to get to know people. So not only do I see your project, but I get to know who you are and where you live, and are you close to me, and can we meet up, can we start a friendship. So that's really the why behind it, because we wanted to start bringing people together and to really build one another up. The Collective Creators is not a competitive environment, and nor will we want that ever to be. This is a place where we really, truly encourage one another, and so that is one of the biggest reasons behind the why of why we're doing this, and bringing this to everyone and bringing you on. So, but we wanted to also talk about some of the specific content of the Collective Creators, because it's chock full. And I'm going to throw it over to Courtney. She can get us going.
Before Courtney gets started, I just want to mention I'm going to be looking down. So if you see me, I have the computer beside me. I'm writing some questions down as they come in, so we can try to answer them as they go. So there will be time for us to engage a lot during this live. So if you have questions, feel free to type away. And yeah, if I'm looking away and you wonder what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing.
She's our note taker, our recorder.
Okay, so what you can expect from the Collective Creators is, obviously the main thing we talk about is community. So my favorite feature of it is going to be the discussion forum, and that is where we can share ideas, we can get opinions, we can share our projects if you choose, regardless of your skill level. So whether you started creating yesterday or whether you've been creating for 10 years, it's okay. It's kind of like a safe place to share. You don't have to, like Mary said, it's not competitive. Everybody's there to help one another. So that's going to be my favorite feature. I know for a fact. Each month we will have a spotlight creator, which this month, well, for our launch month, is Kelly Ledavola. So this is going to be a very well-known crafter in the community, somebody, you know, who does love engaging with the rest of us and also super talented. So they'll be creating a tutorial for us as well as doing a live chat so we can ask any questions that you may have to get to know Kelly a little bit better, or maybe hear a little bit more in depth some of the stories that she tells.
Yes.
We're also going to have a guest designer or guest creator. And that's going to be very similar, but this is going to be more of an up and coming crafter. So maybe one that you've heard of, maybe not, but maybe one that you do want to hear of because they are super talented. And we're going to be doing the same thing with them. They'll be creating a tutorial as well as doing a live chat so we can get to know them a little bit better. We'll also have a spotlight company, and this will be a stamp company, an art company, something that we use that will be providing a discount to members only. Each and every month there'll be a different company, and we'll be using their products just so that you can kind of see them in use. And then we're going to also have events and meetups. So some of these events are just going to be a little small, where I'm just going to pop up somewhere and bring some craft supplies. And if you're in the area, stop by and craft with me or chat with me or whatever the case may be. And in time, there's going to be some very big, exciting things happening.
Yeah, and I think that segues too into we'll talk about the membership in detail so they know, you know, everything that's included, but that's part of the give back for this. So for this platform, our grandiose ideas of events would just be hosting incredible opportunities for people to come together, and it'll be no cost, right? So no cost to members, and that's one of the areas of give back, as well as giveaways and things like that. So the events are probably one of my favorite features. Events. So yes, absolutely. What else? Do we miss anything? Go ahead. Oh, so
classes.
Yes.
We're going to have classes. Duh. Okay. So twice a month, we're going to be uploading new classes and new tutorials. So tutorials are just going to be basically things that you're used to us doing. They're going to be usually one card where we're just going to kind of explain what we're doing, where classes are going to be a little bit more in depth. So we're going to take something medium maybe, or a technique, and really dive in and master it. So it's usually divided between 3 and 5 different videos that you can kind of take step by step, and then you can hopefully improve on that skill or learn a new skill.
Yes.
And that will be happening twice a month as well.
Yes, and the classes, we already announced the classes, right?
We did?
Yes, we did. So the September classes are card making 101 with me.
I'm doing clean and simple card making.
And I'm doing stencil techniques.
Yes. So you're going to see a breakdown. We came together, we thought these were some really good foundational starter points of types of classes for people. And so it's our hope that even if you're a seasoned crafter, there's some tips and tricks that maybe we can share. Because again, if you've been doing this for a week or 20 years, you're each going to teach each other something. So
And us.
And us, yes. So we can't wait to take the classes.
Did we talk about the different series with the tutorials?
No, so a little bit more in depth with the
Yeah,
crafting
so
with us.
every month we'll have a reoccurring series. So for example, one of them will be money saving tips, which we know Mary is great at, and Courtney just did a really great video as well, how you can save money on those crafting supplies largely that leaves us more money to spend on stamps and dyes or paper, whatever it is that you want.
alcohol ink.
Alcohol ink, distress oxides, Copics for Courtney.
Yeah.
We're also going to have a quick organizational series where you'll get organization tips for crafting. And then we have a 5-minute card series that will happen monthly as well. So just a quick video, you know, if you only have a few minutes in your day but you want to get crafty, give you some ideas of how you can create a quick card in 5 minutes.
Yes, and I think just for a little bit more on the organizational and money tip, it's really a quick tip. Just like the 5 minute is a quick card, that's a quick tip. So this month we have I'm not going to tell you, but we have a quick tip on how to save some money. It's like a 3-minute video, I think. I think your organizational one is super quick too.
Yeah,
Right?
like
Yeah.
4 minutes.
So it's just another opportunity for us to share information, happens to be in a video format, but that's just one area. In the discussion forum, we want to hear what your tips are for money saving and for organization, and so that we can all have our dream craft space that costs nothing. So that's the hope, for sure.
So just while you're kind of seeing what else we want to touch upon, there's lots of questions coming in around the
Yes.
membership, and we will talk about that today.
Yes,
So.
and before we get into that, I did want to make mention that one of, as we've all three of us have seen on our channels, there's always awesome feedback that comes to us when we use older supplies or things that are in our stash. Always, I mean, without fail. Thank you for using what you have and showing us how to stretch it, etc. And so we took that feedback, and so throughout all these tutorials, it's stuff we have. It's stuff that maybe you have, but it's not always the latest and greatest. It's just a myriad of things, and because that is not the focus is on the fun and the technique and the community. And so I wanted to make sure that was clarified, because although we have a Spotlight company, that was not the focus of when you see the tutorials and you watch the classes. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have?
So can we do a fun question?
Yes.
Yes.
So we had a question when we were welcoming everyone, asking if we live close to each other. So that's always
define
fun.
close. Yeah, and I live in Maryland. I remembered this time.
Yeah.
We're in Albany, where Courtney lives.
Yeah, and I'm in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. So I set out to drive down here a couple days ago. I broke the trip up and stopped in Bangor, Maine, and did a little bit of shopping before making the rest of the way the next day down here. So we're separated by about anywhere from 13 to kind of 16 hours a drive. So we don't get to see each other a lot, but when we do, we make the best of it. So
Yeah. We see each other's face once a week
Yeah.
on our team call. But yeah, we don't. To me, if I can drive someplace reasonably, that's close. Then, because I've lived all over the world, so where you'd have to take like a 2-day flight. So that's relative. That question, the answer. But yeah, I think we're able to get together, but we don't live as close as we would like. We want like tiny homes, and like each of us have a tiny home that we've turned into a craft space.
Yeah.
But no, yes, that's a fun question.
do we want to get into membership then? Are we ready? Or?
Yeah, let's do it.
So does someone just want to talk about the membership itself? And then I think that will answer a lot of the questions. We have questions around, can you only share if you're a paid member? Can you only see things if you're a paid member? And then talk about pricing. We're happy to do that today.
So the question was, can you only share, like, what does that mean, share?
So I'm assuming, can you only share on the discussion forum? I think
Yes.
that's when the question came up.
Yes.
Can you only share on the discussion forum if you're a member?
Okay, so the membership, do you have your phone to pull up the membership page? Yeah.
Well, we can just.
So that, yeah.
I was just gonna say, we can talk about it a little bit, but the website, I don't think we've actually said this. So the website is going live September 1st, so tomorrow. It's thecollectivecreators.com. When you go on to the homepage of the website, you'll see all of the membership benefits. So those are the different aspects like we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
The guest creator, the spotlight creator, and the spotlight company, the classes. You'll see all that. And then there's a membership plans page, and it lays it out to all 4 of the different options. So we realize that people are on budgets, and there's lots of things to spend your money on. So we've broken it down into 4 different membership plans, which hopefully will help people in terms of their budgeting, whatever fits their lifestyle, what they have available the most. So we really tried to make this as inclusive as possible. I mean, it would be great if we could do it for free, but there are costs associated with the website.
Yeah, I think we're still going. It's just probably the internet on that
No,
one.
my mom just said, is anybody else having problems?
Oh,
Can you guys let us know if
Are we
are
frozen?
we frozen?
Donna Marie just said, is anyone else having problems?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wait,
think
you're
we're
good.
we're
Okay.
back up. Okay.
Sorry. Thank you everybody for chiming in.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, they're all catching up now.
Yay,
Okay.
thank you. Okay, good. We see it all. Go ahead, Jen. Sorry.
I forget where I was.
Membership on the, let's just back her on the website itself. You'll see. Oh, we wish it could be free. Yeah, we do. But there are, I mean, that's a great question that has come up. That there is a membership fee for it, because although I share Jen's sentiments that we do wish that it could cost nothing, the cost behind setting something up for the web design and for the business in and of itself is costly, but then we also want to be able to give back to the community, and we want to be able to do giveaways, and we want to be able to do events. And so we can't do that unless there's support from, the subscribers and the creators. So the creators are supporting one another virtually directly with that, a membership fee. So, but yes, go ahead.
There's a great question too. Someone asked if membership is US only. No. So if you notice our logo has the world, and that's because we really want to connect and build meaningful relationships with crafters, like-minded people all across the globe. So it is not open to US residents only.
Yeah,
It's open internationally.
international.
And we hope that all across the world you'll be able to meet people who are near you and enjoy doing the same things that you do.
Yes, great question. Really good question. What else we
did
got?
we-
Talked about the launch. Any questions that you have now as they're coming in? What's the matter?
You guys can't see, but there's a window right by us, and I have a huge fear of dragonflies, and there's
Oh.
just one like hovering around the window.
Wants to come in and be part of the live and see what's going on.
So we can take a moment here if anybody has any other questions to come in. We see people are connecting
Yeah.
already in the discussion. here.
You're all talking to each other. That's brilliant. That's what it's all about. So yeah, I don't see.
Did we get through everything on our list?
Let's see. I think we did.
Do we want to talk about the freebies?
Oh yes,
Oh,
we want to talk
yeah.
about the freebies.
We do. Courtney for the win. Yes.
So, like we said, there are 4 different membership options. You can sign up monthly, for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. So anybody who signs up in the month of September, regardless of which option you choose, you'll receive a free enamel pin. If you sign up for the year, you'll get the enamel pin and a stamp set exclusive to the Collective Creators. It was a stamp set that we designed. And actually, you
I
can.
think we should grab it.
We should
Do you
grab
guys want to see it? Have you seen it yet?
You want to see it close up and in person? We will go grab that. We'll let Jen, and we'll have awkward silence while we wait for Jen. Oh, we got it. She's quick like that. Awesome. Okay, so this is I don't know if you've seen this. We posted it on Instagram, but this is the limited time exclusive stamp set for the Collective Creators. So I'm gonna hold this up in front of my face. So this is when we were designing this, which I think is part of the fun. Here, I'll hold it up as I talk, but I think part of the fun of this whole process.
Do you know it?
Oh, that's fine. Can they see it? I don't want to hide
I
your
think
face.
they've seen it.
They've seen it. Okay, but stare at it, everyone. Part of the fun of this process, it was so we've been planning together for months and months about this, but with each step, I think one of the most amazing things about this whole process is when we say the phrase "we're better together," I live by that mantra, but to watch it come together and watch it go from an idea to a goal to reality was one of the most, I have goosebumps and I'm probably going to start crying. but was one of the most amazing things to see happen. And when we sat down and were like, yes, a stamp set, whichever one of us threw it out there and said, yes, a stamp set, we were like, how do you do that? Like, I don't know how to do that. And we didn't know how to do that, but we put our minds together. We reached out to resources we thought could help us, and they did. And we said, what do we love? What could we put down as a stamp that other people would want to create with? And we're like, well, we love tea and coffee, for one, which tea and coffee. We love art supplies, and we love everyone. So we have the globe. And so, and what's fun about that is the globe comes out. And so the globe is a separate stamp. So you have the coffee cup or the tea cup, and then you have, it's a coffee cup, right? It's a mug.
It's a mug.
It's a mug.
It's cool.
You can put water, soda in there too, but and it comes out and it's separate. So then you can put it in the middle, or you could not. So, but we saw that come together, and it was just an amazing process. Some of the I don't know if you could see the sentiments, but it's the top one says a proud member of the Collective Creators, created by. So you can add that to any project you use, and you can put your name. Create your own world. And then better together. Those are the sentiments that come along with the stamp set. So that is the limited time. If you sign up for a year, you will get a stamp set.
Yep, during the month of September. So we
So-
just really want to thank everyone. You know, we are doing this to create a community, and we want to give back to the community. That was one of the biggest pieces around why we went into this kind of platform. And the response that you've all shown us has been amazing. So we really do want to thank you for that. I believe that we all really want to build more meaningful relationships with each other. And so we see ourselves as facilitators of that, but really it's about the entire community. And we want to cultivate an environment within the Collective Creators where you share your ideas, you feel heard, you share your projects, you help guide us on how we move forward, and have input and give feedback. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you want, what you want to see. And so, yes, you know, you're seeing the three of us as the face of the Collective Creators, but we're just the facilitators really to get this off the ground. And then it becomes about all of us within the community as a whole.
Yeah. I think it's mind-bending to know that if the three of us were able to see something come to life, and with the work we put behind it, imagine what all of us can do. Imagine what all of our input and our ideas and our idea sharing and our deliberate sharing, our encouragement, our feedback to each other, you know, and that's the environment that you're going to find in the Collective Creators. You're going to find support. You're going to find, if you want to know, listen, if you want to know, I just started something and I need somebody to help me make it better, and you want that feedback, you're going to get it. Like, this is a place for us to feel, it's a safe space for us to feel encouraged going forward.
And yeah, and it's not even necessarily just about creating. If you have questions about anything, if you're interested in maybe starting a YouTube channel and you don't know where to begin, or you get stuck somewhere on creating a blog or anything like that, there's going to be people there that can help you. And if there's not, we can help you. You know, there's always going to be somebody there that's able and willing to help you, instead of, you know, an email getting lost or a comment getting lost somewhere along the line. You'll learn all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna learn a ton. So, and that's one thing that was an aha moment for me when I used to be an instructor, is every 6 weeks I would get 14 new students in front of me. And at the end of it, I always felt like I was cheating. I said, man, I am getting so much more from you 14 than you are ever getting from just me. And I really feel like that. Like, this is going to be such a great opportunity for all of us to learn. So that excites me the most, really, it does. So, more questions?
Yep, we have some questions around whether this is sharing with paper crafts only, and the answer to that is no. We want you to share whatever it is you're creative in the world of art, crafts,
Yeah.
paper crafting. So it's really about celebrating the uniqueness of everyone who is a member. And so please feel free to share what it is that you love to create. And I can't wait to see what you're all up to. I think that's one of the biggest things. I mean, the relationship piece for me is the biggest thing, but also just to be able to see what everyone else is doing, because we can only see a limited amount of that for people who are actively on social media. So I'm excited to get to see your projects as well. And on that, someone was asking about whether or not we're still going to be on our YouTube channels.
That's a great question. That is a great question. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer is yes. And I think for us, one of the major, I'll speak for me, for one of the major reasons my answer is still yes is because I really am trying to reach everybody. I mean, when I started my YouTube channel, it was because I needed friends. It's so sad. But and you guys may have heard me say this before, but my social pillar was very weak. And so I wanted to build that up. I couldn't really go out and find friends too much because of work, but that was a great opportunity. And I made friends from my YouTube channel. And so I want to continue to facilitate that for those that watch and hang out with me. That's what I feel like I'm doing. Every time I do a voiceover, I feel like I'm hanging out with you. And so I will continue to do that because not everyone can participate with the Collective Creators, and we're still going to be able to connect with you. So, yes.
So the website, someone was asking for the website again. It will be live on September 1st. So we have less than a day to go tomorrow, and it's thecollectivecreators.com. So you can find us on social media. We have an Instagram account. We're at The Collective Creators, and we also have a Facebook page. So we're regularly posting information. Someone asked about the different membership levels. Are we going to talk about that in detail? So just to be clear, the only difference with our membership is the plans itself. So you can sign up monthly for a reoccurring monthly fee. You can sign up for an increment of 3 months, and then an increment of 6 months or yearly. But the levels don't change. So you get access to everything. The only thing that is different is how you want to pay for your membership based on how that fits with your budgeting.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And of course, when you sign up for the year, you're essentially getting 2 months for free.
Yeah, because it is discounted as the months go on. Yes, that is true.
Yeah, so that helps.
Also, if now is not the time for you, maybe in the future it is, I would highly recommend following us on social media anyway, because there's going to be fun announcements that come out about who's next month and what are we doing this month and what have we done. So you're going to want to follow that just to kind of, see what's happening. That's my recommendation.
The other question we had was, will there be rules and guidelines posted?
I would want to know more detail about what that question is asking. Is there something specific that you're asking about? Because for any website, there's always terms of service, terms of agreement for anyone that signs up. So yes, there is something there that you can read through. But beyond, I'm not quite 100% sure, so I don't know how to answer.
Okay, I'll watch and see if
Yeah.
there's anything else that comes in.
Yeah. There will be one major rule.
Be nice.
What she said. That's really the main rule, is you're to be nice and friendly and not disparaging and not negative and those things. And you know what? If you happen to step off the path and go down, we'll help you back on and we'll let you know, hey, just as a reminder, but we just want it to be a really safe, friendly environment.
So someone's asking maybe rules about what we can and can't share.
Projects? I mean, I don't know. No.
Yeah. So
We want you to share all your stuff you're creating. So, I mean, that's a key for us.
Okay, so thinking more about sharing links and promotion. So I think once you get into the website and the discussion forum and see how it works, that might help a little bit. The other thing is people will be able to really guide the discussions that happen through the discussion forums with posts and stuff like that. So we're trying, we built this on a model of inclusion. And so we really, the three of us talked about this morning, actually, we really don't want to try to set these limits from the beginning. We are adults, and we hope that, like Courtney said, be kind. So that's the main guiding principle. And hopefully we can share in a way that people want to share, and that we don't really have to police that much, for lack of a better word, I guess. And so, I guess if time warrants needing to have some rules and guidelines in place, then we're happy to do that. But we want it to feel like a community, and we don't want to feel like people are stifled in terms of what they can share. So I hope that's helpful.
Yeah.
In explaining that a little bit. We have thought about it, but we really want it to kind of be a community for you, and each of you will help build that community.
Yeah. Yep. Concur.
So someone's asking, will the main focus stay on crafting, meaning not having posts about tons of other random things?
That's a good question. It's a great question, and I think the threads in the discussion forum will help direct that a little bit better. So, for example, I'll give you for example. Let's say, I know there's been forums like for work that I've used, and we kind of communicate that way. And so maybe there's a thread that it's like random funny stories. I don't know. But that thread is for that kind of discussion. Maybe you want to start something, you're like, I really want to know what are the best inks. So you're going to start a discussion forum that says advice on best inks. And then that's what that discussion is. We're policing ourselves and not popping in the ink question and telling us about the Avengers movie you just saw. Like, I think maybe that's better placed somewhere else. You know what I mean? So I think that's why the discussion forum is so fun, because you can kind of look at the thread titles and be like, I want to see what people are talking about in that thread. So I hope that answers the question. But
hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that was good. I think we've kind of gone through most of the questions at this point. So we'll leave a couple minutes for anything else to come in. We're super excited.
Very excited.
Super excited. We've been working hard this morning together, just kind of getting things done. Stuffing envelopes with our gorgeous new stamp set. We never dreamed that we would be designing a stamp, but we really wanted to thank everyone who joined us and believed in us and believed in the community from the beginning. And so we have lots of ideas for things to come in the future, and we can't wait to watch it grow and to get to know you all, and it's just super exciting.
And meet you.
Yes, hopefully.
And meet you.
Meet you.
Absolutely. That's a very fun aspect of it.
Okay, so someone's asking, this is a great question. We've talked about this a lot. Will constructive criticism be okay? Can someone be able to tell me, hey, you might want to try this?
That's a great question.
I think that's the key word, though, is constructive criticism. Don't use that. What are you doing? What are you thinking? Say, hey, that looks great. Have you ever tried this? That there's a difference in the way it can be worded, because we don't know who's on the receiving end. Somebody who's going to laugh it off, or somebody who's going to pack up their craft room and never craft again.
Right.
So we just want to be careful in the way we word things. We want them to encourage each other to continue to try new things.
And I really want to make sure that we encourage communication. So if I post something and someone comes on there and was like, this would have looked better with, purple ink instead. There's two things that happen. One, I have to kind of take a step back and say, how did that person mean that, right? And then also, if it really was rude, I say to them, hey, offline real quick, I feel some kind of way about what you just said and how you said it, and that other person might be like, oh my God, I just put words on the text. I didn't even mean it that way. Communicate. You know what I mean? Like, let's actually have an opportunity to make one another better. And so it's giving the feedback, the constructive criticism, and it's receiving the constructive criticism. And we all need work in all realms. Mm-hmm. So I think that, yes, it is encouraged to do that, I think.
And just to add to, if you were thinking about something in particular around something you want some feedback on, you can start a thread in the discussion forum and simply say, whatever your question is,
Yes.
I'm new to this particular thing that you're doing. I'd really like your feedback on A, B, and C. And you can have your own little discussion, and people can pop in
Right.
and give feedback. You can attach a picture and those kinds of things. So
Yep.
really, if you're looking for something specific from people, you can create your own thread, which I think is really
Great.
a fun aspect.
Yeah, and one of the things too that I would say, because way more times than not, we are an extremely encouraging community, like really encouraging. So if you want actually specific things, hey, I just posted this picture. It's feeling like I'm missing something. What can I do to embellish that you might do? That's a specific question that you're going to get answers for. If you just say, how's this look? 9 times out of 10, because we all love what people create, it's awesome, which it genuinely is. So that's another way that we can kind of look for that feedback and kind of, help each other along the way.
So someone's asking if we're able to, just let me find, are we able to give private encouragement? And I think that's a great question. The platform as it stands right now doesn't allow for like direct messaging or private messaging among members. But we're hoping that, if you create a connection with someone, maybe you can join up by email or social media. I know not everybody has social media. So if there's people that you want to reach directly out to and they're okay with that, if that comes up on a thread or something, then there's multiple ways that you can build upon those relationships as well. And I know we do have just a few people popping on here. So just talking about the new Collective Creators, which launches tomorrow. We're so excited. So you'll be able to head on over to the website, which is thecollectivecreators.com. All the information will be there. You can hit the Join Us Now button and get going on your membership. You will be able to have a profile, so you can upload a photo should you wish. You can, we'll have a thread in there around where you live and
Yes.
stuff like that, but your profile will allow you to have some visibility on the website. You pick a username, all that kind of stuff, so we can get to know you a little bit better.
And we do have, when you do pop in there in the discussion forum, there is already a created thread for introductions. And so we would definitely want to encourage people to start doing that so we can start seeing where everybody's coming from.
Yeah, so exciting. So I think we're about ready to wrap up. If there's no more questions, we're super thrilled. I feel like I can't say that enough. We've been really
It's finally here.
excited.
We've been working for so long on this,
yeah.
and it's here.
Yes. And another thank you for all the love and encouragement and support. It's overwhelming in the best way possible. So thank you for that. And I see a lot of I'm so excited popping up on the phone, and we're right there with you. We are so excited too. So thank you for that.
I feel like that's probably a really good place to end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will see you all
Hopefully
tomorrow in the Collective Creators. Thanks everybody for joining us today. Can't wait to move over to that platform. And of course, you'll still see us all on our regular social media platforms.
And together occasionally like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Bye.